Welcome out here to the Carroll Athletic Stadium. Jeff Blankman and Casey Miners back here with you as we're in the girls or the boys broadcast. We just wrapped up the girls. Kuemper winning that one 7-0. We're getting set for the boys game. In case you and I were just talking, this isn't a football game, but it's going to be physical.
It's going to be physical.
It's going to be a physical game here tonight. Rivalry, of course. These kids all know each other. They play against each other. They play with each other on traveling teams. They all know each other. They'll be friends after the match tonight here on the pitch. But
the next 80 minutes, they're not.
Yeah, they want to play and they want to win tonight.
And both teams have looked pretty good this year so far. Carroll's with 2 wins in the season. They play in a tough Raccoon River Conference. Kuemper playing really well, especially with Carson Canny at the top of that offense. So it'll be interesting to see how today's game go. I think Carroll more strong on the defensive end. Kuemper more of an offensive team, so it should be interesting. And no knock on Michael Kasperbauer, but if you look at the goalies and height, Michael, a really an athletic kid, but a shorter goalie. Let's see if Carroll can kind of take advantage of that.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Carroll may be a little better defensively. I think they focus on the defensive end, where Kuemper focuses on that offensive end. We talk with all the coaches again as we do, and one of the things that I've noticed with Coach McGill this year for Carroll is Coach Massey down talking with with Mr. Kasperbauer right now is a lot of times in their conference they're trying to really keep a lot of guys back. They know it's going to limit their opportunities on the offensive end, but they play against such skilled players that play year-round down in that Des Moines area that they try to keep themselves in games and give themselves a chance. So there's a lot of focus for them on the defensive end. We'll see tonight if maybe they come out and try and show a little bit more of that offensive prowess.
And in most teams, I think you put your more physical, maybe bigger kids on the back line. Carroll's got all 4 of them are athletic and fast.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how they use the defense and the speed on the defensive line.
And the Carroll Tigers will have it. Jamison Polking has it to start here tonight. And they'll kick it down. They'll work it down the right sideline. And that ball going to be knocked out of bounds for the Tigers.
Landon Peterson touched it. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds off at Kuemper, so it might be a corner kick here for Carroll.
And the Tigers will throw it in with Kieran Polking. Actually, it's going to be a corner kick, 39-28 remaining here in this one. And there is the
nice
kick.
Towards
the goal right in the middle. It's going to be cleared out, though, nicely by the Kuemper Knights, getting in there that time defensively. I think it was Charlie Bating, if I can see the number correctly, did a nice job of clearing that one out.
Kieran Polking with a nice corner kick. It was right where coaches want you to place it.
And now the ball going to go out of bounds. The last touch by the Tigers is trying to track that one down was Noah Lee, but it'll go out of bounds. And Kuemper's going to throw it in. Actually, will be Carroll throwing it in, Throwing it in is going to be Tate Schleichman. Couple of headers out there, one from each team. Ball going to roll over towards the right sideline. It is going to roll out of bounds. Last touched by Kuemper. It'll be Carroll on the throw-in.
Oh, miss kick there. Yeah. Put it back over the middle.
It's going to be right in the middle, but again cleared out by Kuemper. Kasperbauer is going to try and kick it. He'll just kick that one out of bounds. The Tigers again will get a throw-in over here on the sideline. They'll throw it in with Noah Lee. Knights fighting with Fitzsimmons, and now it's going to be kicked back inside. Battle down in the corner, and Carroll again going to let it roll out. And Lee again going to throw it in. Very physically early on. Good throw in that time. Gets in front of the net, but Kuemper again will clear it out. Jamison Polking will clear it back. And now cleared back in that time by the Tigers. Working it out is going to be Fletch Bating. He's a guy that plays a lot of soccer and does some travel teams. Knights will clear it up. But right now, Carroll's really focused on the offensive end. As they'll work it over again with Schleichman on the left side. His ball going to be touched and go out of bounds off of the Knights. That'll be off of Mayhall, the quick throw in. Dumped inside. And there's a good job again by Kuemper to get over defensively. I thought Elias at Villanueva that time was going to get a shot off.
It's going to be
but the Tigers or the Knights defense closed that out quick.
Another corner kick. Noah Lee with a nice, what they call a give and go. You get it back and then you send it up. At least Villanueva was there. And you're going to get a corner kick for Carroll, I believe. I think it's Lee down there. No, Polking's down there.
Polking's down there. Kicks again. Goes a little bit over to the other side and kicking that one out of bounds. I think was Grant Uhlenkamp, number 7. Knights again are going to clear it out. There's the free kick, and there's a good free kick. That's going to get all the way
roll
down,
out of bounds.
It's going to roll out of bounds, and Carroll will get it back, and Jamison Polking will throw it in. Battle near the midfield marker. That's kind of bounding around between several different guys, so it'll go out of bounds now off of Eulenkamp. It's going to be a Kuemper ball. They'll throw it in, but the throw in over the head, tracking it down for the Knights, is going to be Canny. Canny working it up the left side. Little hesitation move against Jamison Polking, and then Canny going to go to the ground. Yep.
Canny was slowing down, then started going, and then Polking stabbed at the ball and tripped him up.
So the Tigers or the Knights will have the throw in over on the far side.
I think it's going to end up being a kick.
Yep. It is going to be a kick. Knights have got Fletch baiting and also Carson Canny right in front of the net. Tigers with 3 defenders there along with Heidoff in the goal. 35-48 remaining here in this first half. Scoreless here as the officials getting everybody set. There's the kick. Crosser almost headed but missed over here on the right side by the Knights.
It was that
Wernemont, and it'll go out of bounds.
Couldn't tell if it was Creighton or if it was Wernemont.
I think it was Wernemont, but let's wait until he turns.
Yeah, it looks like Wernemont.
It's actually Charles Mayhall. Sorry, number 9. Carson Canny fighting for it, gets control of it in the front, but the Tigers do a nice job defensively of fighting through that. That was Regaller. It'll be picked up by Heidoff. He'll clear it out, and there's a kick going to go all the way into the Kuemper defensive end.
Oh, geez. That almost could have been bad. It
Yeah,
looked like his
been,
foot stopped on it as he was trying to kick it. Could have rolled an ankle.
I think that was Sundrip down there that nearly twisted an ankle doing that, and he was kind of adjusting that shoe down there after that. When he went to kick it, folks, and the ball kind of got stuck on his foot, and his foot stayed right on top of the ball. Kick down into the corner. It'll be tracked down that time by the Knights. Now let it go. And it will be...
I think we're getting it out of bounds before.
Out of bounds, and it's going to be Kuemper ball. Yep. Action quick and furious here.
Yeah, the boys' game is going a lot faster than what the girls did.
Throw in. Canny will work it up the left side for the Knights. 34 minutes remaining in this one. Jamison Polking battling, and now Regaller again just boots it deep. Could have a low-scoring affair in this one, I have a feeling. Both of these teams, I think, can be pretty good defensively. There's one into the middle. Kuemper tried to get it, but Schleichman will clear it out. Noah Lee now tracking it down. He'll come up with it for the Tigers. Working out there against Logan Ryle. Lee trying to work it across. It's going to go out of bounds off of Ryle. He had Villanueva out in front of him and getting ready to throw it in again for the Carroll Tigers is going to be Kieran Polking. So Polking will throw it in. That one's going to be down the sidelines, and it's going to go out of bounds. And and Noah
pulled
Lee
something,
looks like
yeah.
he twisted an ankle maybe when he tried to stop there, but he's trying to jog it off. Schleichman hits it. They'll get it off to Villanueva. And now
we're going to get a whistle
out
right in midfield.
Yep.
I think so far we've seen from the Carroll defense the speed that they have on the back line to close and can bring up and get, not just close going side to side, but going towards the north and south, like kind of towards the ball.
Ball down the left side. It's going to go near. It is going to go out of bounds down on the goal line. Heidoff will kick it away for the Tigers. Actually, nope, just rolls it out, and that'll be cleared out of there by Quentin Polking. Noah Lee looking better after rolling that ankle here a moment ago. Kicks one deep. Knights will track it down. Fighting for it out there is Charles Bading. Now get it ahead, and Jamison Polking jumps the passing lane, comes up with it for the Tigers. He's working it down, dumps it down on the right side. Tracking it down is Nicholas Wernemont for the Knights. Wernemont with it. Now cleared out of there by Pudens. A header by Ryle. Jamison Polking with a long shot. I don't know if that was
the field
quite on
goal is
goal,
good.
but he did kick a field goal. I don't think those count in this sport, though.
No. One shot so far combined. I mean,
Yeah.
shot on goal.
Right.
Kieran poking with that on the corner.
And we talk about the rivalry, Casey. You've got a whole bunch of Carroll girls and Kuemper girls standing down here in front of the press box, hanging out with each other right after they got done playing. So, the kids get along. Nice to see that.
Yeah, it is.
I'll leave it at that. They dump one in. Carson Canny trying to track it down. Canny working over on the sidelines there. That'll be an interesting matchup if the Tigers put like a Chase Regaler on him. But
well,
you saw
Chase.
Yep. Chase would have the size. Ryle with it now for the Knights. Dumps it ahead, but
I don't know if he meant to kick it towards the official.
Yeah. I think that was a missed kick, but Knights now have it. Fletch baiting with it. Works it ahead, tries to dump it over to Canny, but it'll be taken away. Jamison Polking has really played well tonight for the Tigers. Dumps one ahead, trying to track it down is Creighton Halber. He'll track it down for Kuemper. Gets it over now to Pudens. Knights trying to work it up. They've got good spacing here. They're able to clear it up that time with Tommy Fitzsimmons. And a good job by Tate Schleichman to kick that one out of bounds. We'll get a throw in here from Charlie Mayhall. Coach Massey, we heard Sierra Pudens talking in the girls' game about, she called him a crazy, knowledgeable soccer coach. He was down there talking with his guy. He is a guy that is very passionate about the sport of soccer. Has been around it, I think, his entire life. Knights will work it in with Fitzsimmons on the right side. That's going to be booted out of bounds off of the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like Tommy's going to get a corner kick.
Get a corner kick here from Tommy Fitzsimmons. Scoreless, just over 10 minutes into this one, 29:50 to go here in the first half. You're listening to high school and watching high school soccer here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Thanks to all of our sponsors and, of course, all of our video broadcasts are brought to you by, of course, a Fun Top and Jeans, so we thank them for that. Tanner Heidoff with the kick. Carroll almost had it. Now they will get control of it, but it's going to come into the back court or the back pitch. Polking now controls it for the Tigers. That'll be Kieran. They'll dump it down again. Jamison Polking going to track it down over on the right side. He'll kick deep, tries to dump one in. The Knights back defensively. Casper Bauer's just going to let it roll to him, and he'll pick it up. So Casper Bauer will kick. Nice, strong kick. And a good job by Jamison Polking again to stop that one. They'll get the ball into the hands of Elias Villanueva. Now ahead for the Knights. Sundrip clears it up, trying to look into the hands of Charlie Mayhall. Now looking for Canny on the left side, but Quentin Polking going to kick that one back to Heidoff. He'll boot it towards the middle, but it's going to be taken away by Kuemper. Kuemper gets a shot, but it's going to be wide of the goal, and it'll be out of bounds. And that one off of the foot, I think, of Tommy Fitzsimmons.
I don't like that. I don't like it kicking back because if he misses that, he got a free open goal, and you kind of saw it there. Heidoff had to quickly sprint back as he miskicked it, and Charlie Mayhall was able to get the shot off.
Yeah, Mayhall with that shot on goal. And, yeah, it came right to him, but good job for Heidoff to sprint back to the goal, and I think that it rushed Mayhall, I think, a little bit on that shot when he saw how Heidoff was rushing back to the goal. Villanueva clears one up, but that's going to be caught. Nice catch that time by Landon Peterson, but wasn't much he could do. That one was kicked right into his hands. Regaler trying to clear it. Header that time for the Knights. And now clearing it up is Polking. Creighton Halber was hustling after that one, and now Peterson hustling as well for Carroll, but Casper Bauer calls everybody off, and he'll pick it up. That kick, though, hung up into that wind a little bit. Noah Lee heads it, but it goes backwards. Schleichman tries to track it down, but the Knights will come up with it. Mayhall will control it over here on the right side. They'll get it off now to Tommy Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons will throw it in over here on the right side. We did get a sub for Carroll. Cole Miller checking into the ballgame. And he is going to check in for Ethan Osterland. Fitzsimmons throws it down the right side looking for Canny. Nice header that time by Tate Schleichman to knock that one out of bounds. So now Canny will throw it in over here on the right side. Dumps one in to Fitzsimmons, who tries to boot it back, but we get a push, I think. Nope, didn't. It wasn't a. It was on the throw. Something Canny did on the throw. And now Carroll will have it. Polking will throw it in. Headed back in by Peterson. Nice pass with his head. Dumped in that time by Miller, but Pudens will track it down over on the far side. He'll kick it ahead. Brendan Vanami with it. Header again by Pudens. Jamison Polking going to clear it now, or actually lets it go out of bounds. I thought he was going to take control of it. Doesn't, lets it go out of bounds. Now it's headed deep. And tracking it down. And again, a dump back to Heidoff. This time he's going to boot it deep. Got a good kick on this one. I want to bounce over on the right sideline. Knights will head it. And they'll have to track it down as the Tigers push it deep again. Kick into the middle. Well, Kuemper looking to control it with Fletch baiting, but Cole Miller grabs it for the Tigers. Now the Knights get it back. Fitzsimmons going to dump it deep, but that one's going to roll all the way down to Heidoff. And Heidoff very confidently plays that one with his feet. I'd have went down and picked that one. I don't know if I'd have been comfortable to try and stop that one with my feet.
I think he's waiting for somebody to pressure him.
Yeah, and nobody does, so he's going to kick it. It's going to go deep. Pudens again tries to clear. The Tigers will get it down with Grant Eulenkamp. Now Peterson on the chase over on the right side. He's got good handles, and he gets a shot on goal, but it's going to go
high.
up and over. And it will be a miss that time on the look from Landon Peterson. Peterson's got good handles. You get him 1-on-2, and it's almost advantage him.
And he's a good kid with good speed.
Yep. The thing I've noticed this year, and I've seen the Atlantic matchup, one other one, and now this one, his shots seem to be a little high. Things seem to be sailing on him here at this point of the season. I think he'll get that fixed as the year goes on. Knights are going to kick from down at the goal. Checking out with Warnemont. Fitzsimmons also checking in. I think we're getting some talking between the two benches here tonight. Kind of anticipate that a little bit. Peterson trying to control it again. Gets it up into the air. It's going to roll over towards the sideline by Carroll. Kept alive that
Cole
time.
Miller saved it.
Yep. And now the Tigers will have it. Quentin Polking looking to throw it in. We're going to get a header. And now it'll be Kuemper controlling it up with Mayhaw. He'll try to go deep, but kicks that one in. And Ken Massey doesn't even take his hands out of his pockets, just sticks his foot up and kicks
stops
it.
it.
Yeah. Well, the throw in by Miller down to the corner foot race. Noah Lee trying to track that one down along with Charles Baiting, or excuse me, that was Kyle Schulte. Almost a collision with a photographer down there. Not Story Hahn.
No.
But a photographer.
I think Carroll's going to end up getting a corner kick here.
They are. And again, it'll be Kieran Polking down there to do it. We're almost halfway through this first half. Still scoreless here tonight.
Carroll with 2 shots. Kuemper with 1 so far.
That goes over the goal, and now Michael Kaspabauer off of the header going to jump up and grab that.
Not quite sure who headed that.
Yeah, I was thinking it was
Eulenkamp. It's kind of what it looks like.
Now Tate Schleichman with the header at midfield, but it'll be controlled by Fletch Baiting for Kuemper. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Tigers. The Knights will get a throw in here with Charlie Mayhaw. And now we've got a conversation with the head official.
I think he's talking. Is he talking to Gary? I'm not quite sure. He was talking to.
He's not. He's talking to Gary now. Originally, he was talking to Coach Jansen, and then Gary kind of got into the conversation. Carroll going to get a free kick out at around the 45-yard line. would be on their defensive side of the pitch. Deep kick, and it squeezes away from Kuemper. Peterson with great speed, able to track it down, but taken away that time by the Knights, and stealing that one away that time was Kuemper, and now Carroll trying to get it, but there's Fletch baiting, working it up the field, gets it off to Tommy Fitzsimmons. They're going to dump it over, and we're going to get a whistle on Carroll.
Tommy misplaced that a little bit.
Yeah, not where he wanted to go. Sometimes struggling, I think, a little bit with that wind. 21-20 left here in the first half. Still scoreless between the Knights and the Tigers. Don't forget, Casey and I are going to write up, I should say type up, recaps of all of the area sports tonight. Track, soccer, golf, and tennis. We'll get those posted on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report coming up later tonight at sports.1380kcim.com. Deep kick that time for the Knights. Kuemper will control with Brendan Vanami, and now the ball kicked out of bounds, and it will be Carroll ball over on the far side. Jamison Polking set to throw it in. Polking gets it in. It's going to bounce around a few headers, one from each team, and now Cole Miller going to be called making contact.
Yeah, he kind of went up towards the head of Tommy.
Yep, Tommy was going up for a header, and Cole, I think, was just going up to try to do the same thing.
Yeah, but he kind of leaned more into the body.
Yep. So Fitzsimmons will get a free kick now at around the 24-yard line. Logan Ryle sprints down like he's going to try and get down on the offensive end, then stops deep kick. Trying to track that one down. Fletch baiting. Gathers it in the corner, but Carroll going to come up with it. And then what did we get here? We're going to get a throw.
Maybe might have went out of bounds.
So it must have ended up going out of bounds. And now the throw in from Carroll goes out of bounds, so Kuemper will get a throw it in.
Mike Carson going to check back into the game.
Canny will check in, also checking in Wernemont. So checking out for the Knights is going to be Brendan Vanami. Also checking out is Charles Baiting. Excuse me, nope, that's 18. And I don't have an 18 on my program.
I think it looked like Ethan Fitzhenry.
Okay. Yeah, they have him 21 on the roster. Tigers working ahead that time with Osterlund, but Kuemper able to steal it back. Carson Canny with it in the middle. Sets it back to Ryle. Ryle dumps it in, but it's going to be taken away by Schleichman. Now Lee will kick it up into the air. Ryle trying to steal it away, but Lee will gather in control. Lee works it ahead to Villanueva. Contact from behind.
Yeah, and we're going to get a whistle.
Whistle.
Came up and pushed Villanueva as he's coming at the ball.
Kyle Schulte trying to get to that ball. Ends up going into the back that time of Villanueva.
Carroll should get a free kick here.
They will. I think is Polking coming over to kick it? Yes.
I think it looks like he is.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was coming out as a sub or coming over to do the kicking. They like his leg. He's going to kick that one deep. Be cleared out, though, by Kuemper. Now Polking Jamison gets control of it. And we're going to get a collision. Ball goes off of the official. You can hear some of the Carroll people next door here. Got the girls' coaching staff and a few of the girls hanging out in the other press box area here, and they're cheering. Knights will throw it in, but first we get a substitution whistle. Tanner Lamach checking in for Kuemper.
I think Fitzhenry came back into the game as well.
Okay. Throw down. Regaller trying to track it down. Him and Canny battling right now, and Regaller just dumps it into Heidoff. Canny goes over to put some pressure on him on the kick. Headed up that time by Miller, but it's going to go out of bounds over on the far side. It'll be Kuemper ball.
And that's what Canny needs to do. If he's not going to pick the ball up, you go pressure that, you can steal it away.
Yep. Polking with the header there. Quentin that time, and now Peterson battling. He'll get control for the Tigers. Off now to Kieran Polking. They'll work it ahead. Peterson again stopped out there to defensively that time by Creighton Halber. He'll kick it over to the left side. Polking with it. That's Jameson. Putin's working it over on that far side. Definitely some physicality out there. That was almost, I don't know if you'd call that wrestling. Almost looked like a hip takedown. So Carroll will get another free kick with Polking. They'll set it up at around the 26-yard line. We are down to 16:15 left here in the first half. Dumps one in there. It's going to be headed towards the goal, but caught by Kaspabauer. That was Chase Regaller who came all the way down there to head that one. Now has to sprint back down to the other end as the Knights look to push it up. They'll kick it backwards now to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons over on the left side. They'll work it ahead looking for Canny, but Polking right there with him. But Canny ends up coming up with it. He'll work it up the left side, trying to get into the middle. Gets by the defender down to there, and kick on goal. Going to be defended nicely by Heidoff. So Tanner Heidoff coming up with the save. Was that just our second
shot for
goal?
Kuemper?
Yep.
First for Carson.
Peterson going to track one down over here on the sidelines for the Tigers. And now they'll end up, I think he was going to try and throw it in quick, but Carroll's going to have Kieran Polking throw it in instead as we have subs coming in again for Kuemper. And again, both teams have been subbing, but I think I've seen more off of the Kuemper side. I wonder how that'll impact in the second half. Imagine though both of these teams in pretty good shape.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine both of them in good shape.
Yep. Throw down, Peterson trying to track it down, battling down there with Halber. And now coming over and kicking it out of bounds for the Knights is going to be Brock Baiting. Saw some video of Brock shooting threes this weekend.
Sounds like they had a pretty good weekend.
Yes, it does. Cole Miller now with a shot. That's misses wide right on the field goal. Florida State
just a little right.
Miami of Florida. You weren't alive in the 90s to see all of those. Wide right was kind of the saying in that series for a while. Checking back in for the Knights is going to be Brendan Vanami. He'll check in now. Checking out is going to be Fletch Baiting. You know Brock well, but I tell you what, not used to seeing him in a
soccer uniform.
Yes. Looks a little different in the soccer uniform than he does in a basketball jersey. Knights with it. Canny trying to work down on that left side. The ball going to be lost out of bounds. It's going to be off of Carroll. I think Kieran Polking was over there, or Quinton was over there for some defense. Canny with it again off of the throw-in. Tries to dump one into the middle and be cleared out of there by Regaller. Up to Brock Baiting. Hustling back is Peterson. And now Noah Lee with it for the Tigers. Under 14 remaining, scoreless first half. Have not had many shots on goal. How many have we had combined between the two teams so far?
Unofficially, I think we've had 6.
6. 4 by Carroll?
Let me count them. 8 total.
8 total. Okay.
6 by Carroll and 2 by Kuemper.
Okay. Villanueva with it over now to Peterson.
No stats unofficially.
Yes.
People listening and watching and listening, don't quote me on that.
Yeah, we're trying to run camera and move it around, and so. Casey's doing most of that work. I'm just sitting here talking. Dump in that time going to be picked up by Heidoff, as dumping it in was Tommy Fitzsimmons. Heidoff will boot it off. That one came off the right side of the foot, heading over to the sideline. It is going to go out of bounds over on the far side. Turned out to be a fairly decent night as it cleared off, but I think the temperature is going to drop a little bit. But it does look like the wind has finally subsided. But the nice thing is you know what I noticed? I looked at tomorrow's weather forecast. We're going down to cover that track meet.
It's going to be windy.
About the time we're going down to cover the track meet, the wind's going to pick up.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll be calm all morning. And then when we go to work, and go to cover sports, it's going to get windy again. You might be good luck for Sierra Pudens, but we're
Yeah,
not good
yeah,
luck,
no kidding.
We're not good luck covering sports because wherever we go, the wind picks up. If Tyler was around, I'd say Bruner. I would say it was him because he's just windy. I'll be nice to Honnold tonight. I'll pick on Bruner. Knight's got a free kick over on the far side with Carson Canny. About 11 and a half left here in the first half. He's going to get that. It's going to end up
nice
being right
shot
at Heidoff, and Heidoff will make the catch, saves the shot on goal there. Now cleared it out. Brock Bading trying to track that down, but unable to get to it. Got a whistle in the middle. And Carroll's going to get the kick here. And they'll just boot it down with Kieran Polking. Cleared out again by Halber. Over to the Knights. That was worked up by Vanami. Raya with it now, working. Stolen away by Eulenkamp. He'll kick it down the right side. That's going to end up going out of bounds. Landon Peterson giving chase, but not able to catch up to it. 10:50 left here, first half, still scoreless. I have to tease the girls that they, wore out the nets in that first game.
Yeah.
Took all the scoring away from the poor boys game tonight here. Free kick that time for Kuemper. They'll kick it deep now. Regaller. He's got good speed. Canny trying to catch up to him, and Canny actually won the battle. Regaller now will take it away from him. Regaller works it back up. Points guys telling him where he wants him to go, and now he's going to kick it down. That's going to get into the Kuemper end, but the Knights will clear it out. Osterlund tries to head it up in. And now coming out of there with it is a Mayhall for Kuemper, but it'll be cleared out. And Logan Lee, or Noah Lee, working it up that left side. Ball out of bounds. Substitutions again for both the teams. Peter Akmu checking in for Carroll. Looks like Fitzsimmons back in for Kuemper. The Knights will work it ahead now. Charlie Mayhaw. Deep kick for Carroll on the clear out. Headed down that time by Osterlund. Dumped in by the Tigers. The Knights will get one. It's going to hang up into the air. And we're going to get Cole Miller that time with contact in the back of Fitzsimmons as he was getting ready to play it. And now Miller wanted to kind of defend that kick. And
yeah, you got to give him at least 10 yards.
Yep, and the official right away moving over there and moving him. Deep kick again. Heidoff able to gather that one in on the bounce. Carroll works it up the left side. Akmu with it. Taken away that time by the Knights. Knights will boot it deep. Tate Schleichman with it for the Tigers. Schleichman has it taken away by Mayhall. Off to Fitzsimmons. Back over to Mayhall. Dumps it back to Fitzsimmons. He'll kick it down the right side. Goes in looking to get that dumped into the middle. But Cole Miller there to take it away for the Tigers. But his pass goes to Mayhall. Mayhall's shot on goal going to be played by Tanner Heidoff. And Heidoff will come up with a catch save. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Scoreless here tonight between Carroll and Kuemper. Jamison Polking. They'll work it ahead now, trying to get it over on the sidelines. They do work it into the hands of Vanami. Back over on the left side. The Knights with it, dumping it in. Tigers will track it down. And Regaller boots that one. I don't think he got himself as square as he wanted to. That one's still straight out of bounds.
One thing I really noticed is that Chase is really good at turning around and just kicking the ball straight down the field.
Yeah, they like his leg, that's for sure. That's why they like his physicality and his speed on that end. Jamison Polking with a nice defense that time on Fitzsimmons over on the far side. Canny's going to check back in, as will Schulte for Kuemper. And also checking in is going to be Elias Villanueva for the Carroll Tigers. Also coming back in is going to be Noah Lee. Pass down by Kuemper on the throw-in. Going to be out of bounds again. Tigers will throw one in over on the side here. Polking fake like he was going to go deep. Jamison throws it short to Kieran. Back to Jamison. He'll kick it. And that is going to be out of bounds. Lands over on the track over on the far side. 6:35 left. Scoreless first half. Casey, what stood out for you about both of these teams here so far? We'll talk more about it at halftime, but teaser, what are you going to talk about here at half?
The defenses have been really good for both teams so far, limiting shots. Kuemper's offense seemed to pick up the pace here a little bit.
Fitzsimmons again to throw in over on the side. He'll dump it in. Take it away. Now get it back over to Fitzsimmons on the side. Dumps it into Kenny. Right back to Fitzsimmons. And there is a shot on goal. Knocked out of there again by Heidoff with the hand. And he is going to do a great job that time on a very nice give and go. And a shot that time from Tommy Fitzsimmons. Good defense by Heidoff. We talked about both of these goalies. And Heidoff has probably had to defend the tougher shots here tonight. And he stepped up each time.
You have 4 saves unofficially for Tanner. You got 3 for Michael.
Jamison Polking again, going to kick it away. Ryle with it. Now over to Mayhall. To Fitzsimmons, back to Mayhall. Landon Peterson tries to come up and steal it away. Now get it to Schulte in the backfield, or in the back part of the pitch. And now ball going to be out of bounds, and it'll be off of Ryle. It's going to be Carroll ball. The throw-in comes off a Lee, gathered in by by Fitzsimmons. And then it's going to go out of bounds now off a Lee, who hustled in to put some pressure. Dump in pass, headed out of there by Schleichman, but up into the air off of Mayhall. And now cleared up by Eulenkamp. Over to Peterson. He's got Lee to his left, tries to dump it in, but Schulte will tip it away. Now Peterson with it. And we're going to get a kick out by Ryle. Jansen right away. Coach Jansen picks it up, flips it over to Lee, who tries to dump one in. Peterson out battling Schulte. They're fighting for it down there. A lot of contact, and it's going to end up going out of bounds. And we're going to get a corner kick here for the Carroll Tigers, I think. And Kieran Polking again will head over for that corner kick. He's had some really nice ones here. Jamison Polking going to stand right in front of Kaspabauer. In fact, Kaspabauer puts his arms kind of around him here because there's a shot headed, and that is going to be out of bounds.
Quentin tried coming up for the header.
Those two have a little connection, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Deep kick. Jamison Polking will head it for the Tigers, but it'll go out of bounds. We'll get a throw in near midfield. For Kuemper. I'll dump it in, and it'll be kicked out of bounds again by Carroll. Deep pass trying to get to Canny. Jamison Polking heads it out. Kuemper just kind of working their way down the field with Carroll kicking the ball out of bounds.
That's kind of what you got to do. It helps you get your offense set up.
Yep. 3:10 remaining here in the half. Again, they try to go to Canny. They're going to get him down in the corner, but he can't gather in control. It's going to go out of bounds, and now it will be Carroll ball. Our ball boys have a hard time
keeping up with the pace.
With the pace of, because the balls aren't going out of bounds anywhere near each other. Heidoff looking to inbound it. Get it off now to Kieran Polking. The ball stolen away by Schulte. Tommy Fitzsimmons dumps it in to Baiting. That's Charles. Now out of bounds. And it's going to be Carroll ball. Lee to throw it in. Header by Kieran Polking. And now we're going to get a side play by Ryle. Kicked up into the air by the Tigers. It'll go out of bounds. Dump in by Baiting on the throw in. Fitzsimmons kicks it down, and Regaller just kicks that one. That one's going to make the parking lot Yep, it made the parking lot at the rec center.
I said I think he just turned around and kicks it as hard as he can sometimes.
Tigers with it. Kieran Polking will kick it ahead. Peterson sends it back.
Yeah, I thought
Taken away by Kuemper, but now Tigers will gain control. Now work it up the right side. And unable to gather that one in, Eulenkamp. So that one is going to end up going out of bounds. It will be Kuemper ball with 1:35 to go here in the first half. Throw-in goes right past a couple of different guys. Quentin Polking with it, now off to Regala. Regala just wanted to unload on one deep now. Comes over here to Lee, but Ryle jumps that passing lane, or Schulte, excuse me. That time Regala able to unload on that one, and that one may make the parking lot.
Is it going to make the parking lot over the field? No, I think it's going to get caught up by the fence.
Caught up by the fence. The other one did get over the fence. Jamison Polking gets that one up into the air to be played by Pudence. Tigers try to dump it into Villanueva. It's going to get loose. And Kuemper tries to clear it. And they're going to play it up the right side now with a Ryle. Charlie Mayhall battling, and Schleichman will steal it away. He's going to dump a shot in. Headed out by the Knights. Played up to Carroll that time. That's Easterland. Or Osterland, excuse me. Ethan Osterland. His dad will give me a hard time for that. There's a shot wide left. I got the E from Ethan.
Yeah.
In front of his last name. So
15 seconds left. Maybe Kuemper can get it down there and get a goal to take the lead at half.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't even kicked yet. So and Kaspabar's just going to kick. They're going to play it out. They're going to let the clock run down. 2 seconds, 1 second, and we are through the first half of play. It is scoreless here at the Carroll Athletic Stadium. Chop Langpin, Casey Miners back with you. We'll be back with our halftime report coming up next, right after this on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
The perfect outfits await at a Fun Top in Jeans. Since 2019, a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll has been your stop for everything from tops and jeans to shorts, dresses, sweaters, even purses and jewelry. And of course, a Fun Top in Jeans is Carroll's Merle Norman cosmetics retailer. Plus, with new styles of tops, sweaters, and more arriving daily, now is the perfect time to stop by a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll. A Fun Top in Jeans, where the name says it all.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Oh, hell no! Not again! Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams.
Look at you. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262.
This is Iowa. And Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Give me a back here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Jeff Blankman and Casey Miners with you here, and don't have a lot of goals to talk about here in the first half, Casey. It is a scoreless ball game between the Kuemper Knights and the Carroll Tigers. We anticipated kind of a physical game. I think we've seen that, but we've seen the defenses really dominate. What are both of these defenses doing?
I think it's just been dominant defenses so far, but it feels like both teams really haven't gotten to the chance to get into their offense, because it seems as soon as one of the defenders on either team touches it, it's booted all the way up.
Yep.
So there's no chance for any of the offenses to get flowing and get into that rhythm, and I think that both teams might need to change that approach a little bit if they want to get some scoring here in this second half. But I mean, there has been shots. Tanner Heidoff with 5 saves, Michael Kasperbauer with 3 unofficially there in that first half. Carroll spread the ball out nice. Grant Eulenkamp with a shot. You have Lena Peterson, Kieran Poking, Jameson Poking, and Chase Regallard all with a shot. Also, for Kuemper, Tommy Fish-Simmons with 1, Charlie Mayhall and Carson Canny both with 2 shots. So there's not like there hasn't been any offense,
right,
but the defenses have been the main focus here in the first half.
What's kind of the strategy? Is it partially just because both guys have guys that have good legs down on the defensive end, that as soon as the ball comes to them, they're, like you said, there's no short passes where the offense can maybe steal it. Everything is, Chase Regallard is just, he's swinging as hard as he possibly can.
Yeah, well, and in baseball season hasn't started yet. Maybe we gotta slow him down a little bit down there. But and I think that's part of the reason to do for it. But when you're not giving your offense a chance to set up, I think in general, not even just the defensive guys that have booted it up. I think it's been like, you look at Tommy, every time Tommy's probably had it, he's sent it down there. It's just not getting a chance for the offense to get going and spread out that other team, and I think that's going to be kind of a factor both teams are going to have to look at going into the second half.
What has Tanner Heidoff done so well here defensively that he's been able to make the stops that he's been able to make?
I think so. If you look at the shots that he's had to defend compared to the ones that Kasperbauer has, they've been more difficult. And I think on shot, Carson Canny almost hit was I think about the 10-yard line, and it was a difficult shot, kind of hooking towards the back right top corner of the goal, and you saw Heidoff completely, fully extend out and knock it away. And I think the shots that he's had to defend against has been a lot tougher than what Kasperbauer's seen.
Our score here again, 0-0 at the halftime. We'll step away, take a break. We'll be back with more of our broadcast here tonight on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Area high school students have several college courses available to them at the DMAC Carroll campus and the Templeton Regional Center. The courses and books are available to students at no cost. High school students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credits can be a part of your high school plan.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
DePaco Credit Union strengthens your well-being. Build strong communities. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Could not have done it by myself.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome back out here to the Carroll Athletic Stadium. We're just a couple of moments away from getting the second half underway here tonight. And Casey, you wonder with the way these defenses played and the lack of opportunity, somebody probably will break through, but could we have one of those 0-0 games going, into overtime?
Very well with how both teams played there in that first half, so it could happen. I don't know if it will. I think somebody eventually breaks through. I think we saw it in the girls' game a little bit. Both defenses kind of, slowed down.
Yep.
So I think that could happen here in this second half a little bit. But you have two really good goalies back there, so it'd interesting to see what happens.
Both teams finishing up their warm-ups here. And want to remind everybody we've got KCM Sports Rewind coming up tomorrow morning, and that will be again from 9:30 until 10 o'clock on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM KCIM. And Casey and I will be joined by John Ryan. We'll get, John's
least favorite sports
person of the week. We're going to find out who's frustrating John. And then we're going to debut something new tomorrow. Just means you and I got to stay up later tonight.
More work.
We get everything typed up, right?
Yeah, that's fine, though.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too terribly long. But, nope, we will type up recap stories on all of the area. Baseball. I almost wanted to say baseball. I was looking over at the baseball field. But soccer and tennis and track and golf all going on.
And not as much track tonight, but there was a bunch of golf tonight.
There is every one of our golf teams in action tonight, all 16 of them. So limited soccer, all of our soccer teams in action, and almost all of our tennis teams in action. But just two track teams, and both at the same meet. So that won't be too late here tonight. Kuemper going to get it to start this second half. Carson Canny at midfield. We'll kick it backwards to his guys.
Winds really died down, so Kuemper can't take advantage of it in the second half, kind of like what the girls did in that game.
Yeah, it went from the flags whipping around pretty good to pretty much the flags laying flat here. Knights with the ball. Trying to work it ahead to Canny. Fitzsimmons will take it backwards to Ryle, taken away over there by Polking. Now it's going to be booted out of bounds. It will be Kuemper ball. Knights will throw it in. Now get it ahead. They've got Canny out in front. Is that Regala running with him?
Yes.
Yep. Kicks it into the middle. Knocked away that time by Quentin Polking. And now
good job, Jameson.
Jameson going to clear it out. He may be their MVP so far tonight.
He's played really well.
He has. Bating going to push it backwards.
Peterson almost slipped.
Yep, Landon Peterson going to get control of it for the Tigers. He'll lose it out of bounds, and it's going to be Kuemper ball. They'll throw it in with Charlie Bating. Working it down the left side now is Fitzsimmons into the middle to Canny. Canny back
good.
to Fitzsimmons, and that was a good
play. It was really give and go, but Jameson did a nice job of he got beat by Tommy at first, but did a nice job of coming back and making sure that he didn't beat him again and was able to kick it out of bounds. And I think Kuemper's going to get a corner kick out of it.
They saw that exact same play late there, I think, in the first half, and that time Jamison made a nice adjustment on it. Fitzsimmons to do a corner kick for Kuemper. Header does not go, headed up into the air by Canny and then cleared out by Carroll.
Kieran's just going to kick it out of bounds.
That one's going to get up into the bleachers over on the far side.
I feel sorry for these kids having to be ball boys tonight.
Yeah, lucky is that one's going to bounce down by an adult who might pick it up and be nice and help them out because it's on the wrong side of the fence. Tigers really stuffing that defensive end. Casey, we talked about that in the pregame here tonight. That's a style that Carroll likes. They really crowd that box and make it difficult for teams to get shots inside the box.
And it's happened. We talked about it. That's the way that they like to play. I think Coach McGill likes their defense to play. I think he likes the odds. If their defense can pitch a shutout like this and you're just getting one in.
Knights trying to get control, but Peterson nearly stole it away. It'll be booted up for Kuemper and then taken away by Carroll. And Kuemper fighting for it again. Justin Schulte will clear it out. Tate Schleichman with it now. And we're going to get a free kick for Kuemper. No,
it's going to be Carroll.
I thought Canny was setting up for one there for a second, but it is going to go to Jamison Polking. Polking's kick deep. Kasperbauer will play that one in the air.
I don't really know if you call that a shot or a save.
Yeah,
it's a 40 or one was a 45-yard shot.
Kasperbauer's ball hangs up a little bit. It'll be headed that time by the Tigers at Eulenkamp. Knights will come out of there with it. Fletch Baiting gets it off to Fitzsimmons. Now they'll go backwards. Charles Baiting will kick it over to the right side. Canny with it, dumps it right side for Ryle. Ryle trying to get it back into the middle. They'll dump it down into the right corner, and it'll be Tate Schleichman kicking it out of bounds for the Tigers. Got Amanda Wardell and Chloe Jones, and is that Jersey Spore sitting over here to our left with Coach Jorgensen? I think they're soaking in some more extra soccer knowledge over there. Knights will clear it again. And that one's going to bound at about the 12-yard line. Carroll tried to clear it out, but Knights hustled down, and they'll get possession of it with Canny. Dumps it behind him. Fletch Baiting tried to dump it into the middle. It'll be taken away by Carroll. Regaller again just shoots one all the way down the field. It's a foot race. Landon Peterson with a great speed, unable, though, to track it down as it will go out of bounds, and it will be Kuemper ball. I have a feeling with the way these defenses are playing, Casey, we're going to have a shootout here at the end of this one.
Well, yeah, it could go to, if it gets through both overtimes, if we get there.
We're going to go to 2 overtimes, and then we're going to go to a shoot-off. I can sense it already.
And what a way to end a rivalry game.
Yes. Near goal, but Kasperbauer able to clear it out.
Ball's
Carroll
still
has
loose.
A shot, and then Kuemper is able to block it and then clears it out.
Did you see who the shot was? I had the thing in my way.
Yeah. I think it was Lee that had the second shot. I didn't see who got the first shot. But Noah Lee got the second shot, and that one was blocked by Kuemper.
I'll just mark an unknown shot on my board.
Yeah. Knights will throw it in over on the side. That was the best chance I think we've had for either team here of scoring here tonight. Knights work it backwards. Tigers putting some good pressure on him. But Kuemper does get it ahead. They'll kick it deep. And right there again is Quentin Polking to kick that one out of bounds. They'll throw it in now. Canny trying to run down the sideline. Schleichman with him. Canny will work it. Kicks it back. Nice battle between Lee and Schleichman, and cleared out again by Regaller. He just gets an open little gap and seam, and he kicks it deep. Now the Tigers got Peterson. Peterson down there 1-on-4, and it's going to be taken away. Yep. Ryle with it now for the Knights. Schulte has it stolen away by Eulenkamp for Carroll. Now Kuemper tries to kick one deep. That'll bounce off a player off to Ryle. Now cleared deep by Kuemper. Up to midfield. They'll dump it in, and that one could potentially and will roll out of bounds. It'll be Carroll ball again. Not quite 7 minutes into the second half. We've had a lot of action right now as checking in is going to be Kyle Schulte for Kuemper. Also Cole Miller checking in for Carroll. Lee will check out, as does Nicholas Warnemont for Kuemper.
I think Kuemper's going to get it on a throw in here.
Get a throw in over on the far side. They will dump it in. And again, a foot race. Canny trying to get to it, but the Tigers get to it with Regaler. They'll clear it out. Jamison Polking trying to track it down on the sideline. Eulenkamp now with it, kicks it ahead. That's going to go off of Charlie Bain, gathered in by Eulenkamp, and now tracked it down by Justin Schulte. Schulte will take it from the left side of the field over to the right side and works it ahead to Fitzsimmons. Dump pass in, but again, right there is Regaler. Regaler, I think, is just shadowing Canny a lot of times, and wherever Canny
and that's kind of
goes,
what you got to do, especially on the back line when you have a player of Canny's capability.
Yep. Don't let him get going. Don't let him get shots. Throw in again on the side, but again, another substitution for Kuemper.
Charlie Mayhall going to check out.
Yep. So Mayhall wilking out. Must be getting a little chillier down there. Tammy Bruner, I think, has got a coat on now. Kids are still running around in shorts, but the adults have switched into hoodies and winter coats. Tanner Heidoff now to kick one out for Carroll. 31-35 left here in the second half. Scoreless game. Chap Blankman, Casey Miners with you here again at the Carroll Athletic Stadium. Landon Peterson trying to save that one, unable to do it right in front of the Kuemper bench. It'll go out of bounds. Knights will throw it in. And their throw-in going to go out of bounds. Cole Miller sprinting down the side trying to get a ball. Yep, he gets a ball. But another ball had been thrown out onto the field, so now the ball boy's got to run out and get it, and that gives Kuemper a little opportunity to be able to
get set.
Yep, get their defense set. Miller will get it into Peterson. And he has it stolen away from behind, but it's going to be out of bounds off of Schulte, so Peterson will throw it in. Peterson to throw in. Tries to get it into the middle. Tigers get control of it, but Kuemper will come out of there with it, and they'll kick it deep now. Regaler with it. He's going to take a shot from deep. Misses way wide right. That one's going to end up in the sand pit over here on the right side. Carroll press box turning, the main press box turning off their lights because of the glare that you get. That actually benefits us as well. Well, makes it easier for our camera to be able to see out, and us as well. Knights again going to clear down here in their end. Try to get it up to midfield. Jamison Polking got a piece of it. Carson Canny touched it, and then it's cleared out by Quentin Polking. Knights will throw it in. They get it ahead to Baiting. Fletch with it. Taken away, and the Tigers will clear it. Now to Charlie Baiting. Battle, and it'll be Kieran Polking coming up with it for Carroll. Takes it over on the left side. Tigers trying to work it. Eulenkamp ahead to Kieran. Good spacing right now for Carroll. We'll see if they can take advantage of this. Crosser is going to be headed out of there by Kuemper, and now the ball knocked out of bounds by the Knights. That'll be off of Fitzsimmons. The Tigers will have a throw in.
Kind of feel like both teams have not sending as much balls down. They're focusing more on kind of getting it to their teammates with the passing and stuff so they can get better shots.
They'll dump it in. Candy trying to catch up to that one, but again, Tate Fleischman. Carroll's just so physical down on their defensive end, Casey.
Well, they got so much speed to make up for if they misplay the ball.
And now Landon Peterson trying to track it down, unable to do so. It'll go out of bounds again right in front of the Kuemper bench, and the Knights will look to throw in. But again, we're going to get some substitutions coming in. Gunnar Gredeman going to check in for the first time tonight for Kuemper. And is it Osterlund checking back in?
Yep, I think Osterlund checked back in.
Yep. The Throw in, going to be taken away by Jamison Polking. He'll kick it off the back of Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons turns around and gathers it in. Now it's dumped in by Kieran Polking. Michael Kaspabauer going to pick it up. Got away from him, but nobody down there for the Tigers, and he'll pick it up before it rolls in. Still scoreless, 28:30 to go here in this one. Long pass ahead. Tigers take it. Now the Knights with it.
I feel like it's going to be a mistake by either team for us to get our first goal.
Yep. Kuemper kicks it out, and they're going to kick it all the way down in the corner. So we're going to get maybe a corner kick, or is that going to be a throw-in? Looks like it'll be a throw-in. I thought with the way that one went out of bounds, it might be a corner kick. So it went out of bounds down in the corner.
Yeah, it'll be. It looks like it's going to be a corner kick because I think every time Carroll's done a corner kick, Kieran's went down to kick, and Noah Lee's been right there for a little dump off.
Yeah, and that will be the case. There's the kick towards
a little
long.
Quentin tried to keep it
up
up.
In the air, and we got Kaspabauer pushes it out with his hands, and then Ryle will clear it for Kuemper. And a good defense that time by Michael Kaspabauer.
Yeah, realized he couldn't catch it. He tried to just batted it out.
Yeah, that's you see that in basketball sometimes where you tip the rebound out, and that's exactly what Michael Kaspabauer did there for the Knights. That was a good header by Carroll on that initial corner kick to get that back towards the middle.
I think it was Quentin on that header.
I think it was, yep. Kieran kicked it and Quentin headed it, yep. Ryle again will head over there for the Knights. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Carroll's put, I think, more of the pressure on here in the second half, have they not?
Yeah, I agree.
Knights trying to clear it out. That time Carroll missed a header, and Kuemper could take advantage of it. They've got Canny with the ball. They've got numbers. Canny with good speed. He's got a guy running with him. He'll dump it in, but it's going to be taken away. And who's the guy that does it again? Jamison Polking. He'll kick it out of bounds. It'll stay with Kuemper. They're going to inbound it over here on the side. Again, kind of everybody taking their time to get into position here. The Tigers will play defense as the Knights throw it in. They're going to dump it into the middle. It's going to go backwards, though, and the Tigers will come out of there with it with Villanueva. And now Schulte will come up with it for Kuemper. Tries to dump it back in. Does a nice job of getting that ball ahead. Mayhall dumps it in. Canny tries to go back to him. It's taken away by the Tigers, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Carroll. The Knights will throw it in with Fitzsimmons. They'll dump it in, headed up into the air.
Yeah, Canny lost
Canny
it.
Couldn't find it, and that gives Quentin Polking time to come over there and clear that one out. Throw in comes near the goal. It ricochets, and Tanner Heidoff had to dive and come up with the save. Nice play that time by Heidoff. That was almost that mistake goal.
Yeah, that's I said it's going to take a mistake, but a heads-up play there by Tanner.
Landon Peterson brings it up, works it in. It'll be taken away. Kicked up into the air, though, and not very deep by Kuemper. That gives Schleichman a chance to head it forward for Carroll. It's now going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds last touched by the Knights, or excuse me, by the Tigers. That's off of Lee. The Knights will throw it in, but we're going to get subs for both teams coming into the game. Landon Hagen coming in for the first time for Carroll High. Fitzsimmons comes in also. Kieran Polking back into the game for the Tigers. Carroll's gone a little deeper into their bench here in the second half. Casey.
Yeah, you might have to. I think there's only been 2 people off the bench play so far for Carroll, but with the way this game's going, back and forth, up and down, Gary might need to dip into that bench a little bit.
Tigers looking to bring it up. Stolen away, but Kuemper will gain control of it again. And now the Knights with it. They're working it up the left side. They'll dump it in. And tracking it down is going to be Polking. Quentin will kick it again to Heidoff, who gets a good boot on one. And he'll send it down the field. Schulte boots it ahead. Kicked up by Carroll. And now Schulte with it again. And now Jamison Polking down the left side for the Tigers. Going to let that one roll out of bounds. Shading a Kuemper defender from getting to it. The Tigers will be able to throw it in. get it in at Quentin, taken away, dumped in, and coming out is Heidoff. He'll get to it in time. Good hustle by Tanner Heidoff, but kind of shanks that kick over to the sideline. That's got spin on it. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Kuemper ball.
You never want to kick the ball back over the middle of the field, and Carroll got away with one there.
Right. The throw down the sideline. It's going to be off of Jamison Polking. Fitzsimmons now going to track it down. He's got it in the corner, tries to work his way in. Shot knocked up into the air by Heidoff, and then he comes up with a save, and we're going to get a collision that time. And Heidoff will end up with the ball. Did you see who that was that collided with him?
I think it was 7.
It was 7, which is Vanami. Yep, okay. So Vanami was going in, so that ball was in the air, and Heidoff ended up catching it, and Vanami couldn't do anything but slammed into him, and now the Tigers will get the free kick from Heidoff, who's had a really good night down in goal. Him and Polking have played outstanding tonight.
It would be Tanner's first save here in the second half, I believe. There haven't just been many shots. I think if I'm misspoken, didn't Carson have a shot earlier?
He did. Well, then you had the one here a moment ago on that kind of the myth hit. Ryle almost comes up with the steal. Tigers will lose it out of bounds. It'll be Knight ball near the midfield. 22-22 left in the second half. Still scoreless between the Tigers and Knights. More subs coming in for both teams. Canny and Bading. Brock Bading coming back in.
2 shots by both teams here in the second half so far.
Villanueva and Eulenkamp checking in for the Tigers. Knights will throw in over on the far side, taken away by the Tigers. Osterlin going to kick it deep, but that one's going to sail out of bounds. That nice adult down there helping the young kids. He's going to go over and pick that one up. Throw in again. Booted up into the air. Header that time by Quentin Polking, going to go out of bounds. And it will be another throw in for Kuemper. They'll throw in on the side. Dumped into the middle. Quentin Polking or Kieran Polking trying to clear it. Now kicked up Villanueva, battling for it for Carroll. Gets control of it. Now over at Lee. He'll take it deep. Fitzsimmons kicks it out front. Eulenkamp, though, steals it away to Peterson. Dumps off now to Kieran Polking. He'll kick one down. Schulte will play it for Kuemper. Coming up with it is Jamison Polking. His kick goes off of Eulenkamp, but back to Jamison. Jamison now dumps it in.
Good passing.
Kieran, who has a great pass down to Eulenkamp in the corner, and a sliding play by Kuemper to come up with the stop. And that ball going to go out of bounds now off of Kuemper. And what a play that time, I think, by Gunnar Gredeman to make that stop down there on that nice pass by Kieran Polking. And again, the Knights will clear it out. You can tell the intensity picking up just a little bit here as this game
the more the clock winds down.
Yeah. You can tell there's that sense of urgency now that we don't have much time to try and get a goal, and one goal could be enough to win this one here tonight. Kick by the Tigers going to go out of bounds to the left of the net. Cole Miller will check back in. Also checking in is Nicholas Wernemont for Kuemper. Osterlin will check out for Carroll. And checking out for Kuemper is Kyle Schulte. Knights with a free kick from their end. Trying to find Candy down here. Battling against Jamison Polking. Candy will end up coming up with it after Polking had it. Off now to Charlie Mayhall. Mayhall trying to dump it in, looking for Candy, battling with Polking. He'll get by him one-on-one, and the defense comes up, makes the save. Polking that time, and Regaler ended up with the double team, and Candy couldn't control it. Heidoff picks up the ball that was just laying there. Great defense that time by Carroll defensively after it looked like Candy was going to get a one-on-one with the goalie.
I think Candy eventually got the shot, or at least got the shot off, but it deflected off of Polking and Regaler, who were right there defensively.
And it just kind of stopped.
Here they are again.
Yep. There's the shot on goal, but not getting much on that one with Fitzsimmons. I think that was one where he kicked it with the right foot, but it might have been better if he tried it with the left.
I think he tried to get some spin on it.
Yep. Tigers with it up the left side. You've seen Kuemper get a few more shots on goal here as of late after Carroll kind of dominated the early part of this second half. Tigers thought they were going to get the throw in, but it'll be off of them. And now kind of that let us get our stuff set up. The Tigers roll the ball back onto the field, and then when they kick it over to the player for Kuemper going to throw it in, they kick it off to the side of him to give themselves a little bit of a break.
And they're going to stop play anyways for substitution.
For substitutions. Tommy Fitzsimmons checking out, Noah Lee checking out for their respective teams. 17:55 left in this one. Ball ahead, going to go off of Villanueva. It'll be cleared out of bounds by Kuemper. So Carroll will throw it in with Kieran Polking over on the far side. Tigers going left to right here in the second half. They try to find Villanueva down in the corner. He tries to cross. It's taken away by the Knights. They'll look to clear it out, and now they do with Brock Baiting. Now it's going to roll out of bounds down here on the far side. So Carroll again will throw it in. The throw in. Now we've got a whistle. The official out on the field calling some contact out there. And the Knights will get the free kick. Can hear everybody rattling through the bleachers as it echoes up through our headsets. Deep kick downfield. Headed out of there by Regaller. That was a pretty nice header. It'll be taken. Nope, there. Kuemper's going to let it go, and they'll throw it in. And that's going to get Justin Schulte and Tommy Fitzsimmons back out onto the field for Kuemper. Brock Baiting will check out, as does Wernemont. Short breather that time for both of those guys. Knights throw it in, but Carroll able to kick it out of bounds with Miller. Ball just kind of getting batted around by both teams. Nobody really gaining control on these throw-ins, Casey. What are you seeing right now?
And both teams trying to kind of rush things to get down the field.
Knights will look to get it in on the throw-in. Now near the corner. Carroll's going to get control of it. Now booted ahead. Peterson dumps it back behind him. Now they try to dump it into Peterson. Got him up the left side. He'll stop. Defender falls down. Peterson dumps it down the left side. Taken away by Kuemper. Off of Peterson, though, on the kick. That's going to ricochet up into the air and all the way into the hands of Michael Caspabauer.
I guess you could give Landon a shot on that one.
Yep. Headed in by Cole Miller. He'll dump it in. Peterson again trying to get down there. He's got such terrific speed. Yeah. He's one of those guys, KC, that a guy could have a few steps on him, but you see him gaining
quickly. Yeah.
Throw in again by Kuemper. That's going to go out of bounds off of Miller. Kuemper now going to throw it in. They're looking for Candy down here on this side, but Quentin Polking comes over and kicks that one out of bounds. Throw in again by the Knights. Quentin Polking again. Nope, lost that one. Candy comes up with it, but is shot off of the side of the goal.
I think they're going to get offsides, or maybe Candy was out of bounds when he shot it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I didn't see. I get the window thing frame in the way. I can't quite see the calls real quick. Eulenkamp with it now for the Tigers. Ahead to Villanueva. Dumps it back over to Eulenkamp. He'll dump it down for Peterson. It's a foot race. And that time, Peterson outrun that time by Charlie Mayhaw, who comes up with it. He'll boot it up. And it'll be Fitzsimmons picking it up. Fitzsimmons going to throw it in. It'll be taken away. Fitzsimmons tried to play it, but it was Carroll ball. So Carroll now going to throw it in. The officials caught that right away. The throw in going to be headed up into the air. And now Kieran Polking will head it. It's over towards the left side. Knights will come up with it. There's a shot, not towards the goal, but ball just kind of bouncing around between about
they're
4
trying
or
to
5
kick it
guys.
out, but it keeps
Yes.
ricocheting off somebody.
Yeah. Canny with it now for the Knights. They'll try to dump it in, and Carroll will clear it again. Kuemper missed that one. It's going to go out of bounds. I don't know if that got a piece of Schulte over on the far side. It did not. So the Knights will have the throw in over on the far side. Noah Lee checks back in. Also Ethan Osterlund checking in. Tigers making a couple of substitutions here. Landon Hagan will check out, as does Cole Miller. Knights control the throw-in, but Lee will have it for Carroll. Back over to Polking. They work it out now to Eulenkamp over to the right side. Knights will come out of there with it, but Jamison Polking takes it back for Carroll. Now knocked back out by Kuemper. Back over to Jamison Polking, who tries to dump it in. That ricochets off of a Knight. Right, now Kuemper will clear it out. Canny with it over on the left side. Waiting for some guys to come and help. He'll work it up. Now he'll kick it back. Back over to Canny. Canny tries to dump it into the middle, stolen away by Carroll, but up into the air, and Canny will recontrol as it comes back to him. They get it to Justin Schulte. His kick is taken out of there by Osterlund. Now kick deep, but that's going to go off of Fitzsimmons and out of bounds. And it will be Carroll ball with 11:42 to go here. Kieran Polking going to throw it in. Osterlund gathers it in for the Tigers, takes it over to the left side, dumps it down on the left side. And that one's going to go out of bounds off of the Tigers. So the pass a little behind him, not able to gather it in. Tigers again try to dump one in, and the Knights will let that one roll down to Kaspabauer. Brendan Vanami, Nicholas Warnemont set to check in for Kuemper. Header by Carroll high. Now Kieran Polking with it over to the left side. They work it down to Kieran again, stolen away by the Knights as we get down around the 11-minute mark here in the second half. Still a scoreless game. Carroll and Kuemper soccer for you here tonight on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Jamison Polking saves it, but saves it to Canny. Canny out leading the pack will get it up, brings it down the left side, working against Quentin Polking, gets past him, shot.
Nice save.
A goal in there for the Kuemper Knights, and the Kuemper Knights will take the 1-0 lead. So Kuemper will score at the 10:32 mark. So the Knights do score here, folks. Sorry, some technical difficulties there. Tanner Heidoff with the save, but it ricocheted up into the air, and the Knights were able to get it in. And KCI was blocked. I didn't
quite see who scored
got it in. Yep. But Kuemper will take the 1-0 lead at the 10:32 mark of this second half.
I want to say it was either Fletch Baiting or Tommy Fitzsimmons, but I don't see Tommy Fitzsimmons out there.
Yeah,
so
Tommy's out there right
so
now.
it was
He's the
either.
one with the ball.
I think it was either Tommy or Fletch, and I'm not quite sure.
Yep, and again, kind of had the window frame in the way a little bit. Tigers now have some work to do. Down 1-0. If you're Kuemper, KC, do you just? I mean, not that you're not going to not be aggressive on the offensive end, but right now this has been a scoreless game up until through 70 minutes. All you got is 10 more minutes to kind of hold on here.
Yeah, I'd still want to be aggressive.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but you want to be smart probably right now too. Fitzsimmons back to Canny. Canny with it, tries to dump it in. That'll be blocked, but Kuemper going to come up with it. They're the only guys down on that end. They'll boot it ahead over on the right side. They work it back to Ryle. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. But now they lose it into the hands of Villanueva. Over to the left side, the Tigers at work it down. It's going to go out of bounds. Carroll, nope, doesn't go out of bounds. Lost it for a moment. Kuemper will have it. Now Carroll kicks it in. Tommy Fitzsimmons going to come up with it. He'll kick it, and he's just going to clear it out and say, let's reset things. Carroll will throw it in over on the other side, but we're going to get a substitution as the Tigers going to bring Noah Lee back out onto the field. Or excuse me, that's Charlie Mayhall coming in. Villanueva will check out for Carroll. Was that Akmu who checked in?
I believe so.
Jamison Polking had it, lost it. Kuemper looking to clear it. Down to 9 minutes here in this one. 1-0 now. Kuemper with the lead. They work it ahead. Regaller with it. Works it up. Going to try and dump one in. It's taken in there by Peterson. Peterson a chance to tie it. Shot on goal going to be up and over the net. And Kuemper will hold on to that 1-0 lead. So Michael Kaspabauer again will kick it. Kuemper going to smartly take their time. They're going to take as much time as they can to kick it away from their goal down here with Kaspabauer. He'll set it down on the field. 8:20 to go here in the game. And Tommy Fitzsimmons is going to kick it away. Carson Canny catching a quick breather, getting set to check back in. Deep kick by Fitzsimmons. The Tigers will gather it in with Regaller. He'll work it up now to Schleichman. Tigers with it, trying to dump it in. Ryle will clear it out. Now the ball kind of bouncing between a few players. Kuemper trying to just boot it deep, and it goes really high up into the air. Jamison Polking coming over to fight, but it'll be Fitzsimmons winning that battle, or excuse me, Charlie Mayhall winning that battle. Now, Akmu almost steals it away. It's going to go out of bounds off of him. He almost stole it from Justin Schulte. And now coming over to bring it in will be Charlie Bading. Substitutions again for both teams. Villanueva back in, Canny back in, also checking in. Throw in, going to be towards Canny. He almost had it. Now it's going to get and go out of bounds. And they're going to say that it's Kuemper ball. 7:10 left in this one. Fitzsimmons will throw it in. Working towards Canny. Quentin Polking comes over and heads it out of bounds. Canny going to let a teammate come down, Fitzsimmons, to throw that one in. Kuemper again going to try and get a substitute in here. Kyle Schulte coming to the substitution box. Now throw it in before the sub. Carroll Tigers come up with it. Lee with it. Now taken back over by the Knights. And now Lee comes up with the steal. Noah kicks one deep. Looking over here for Regaller. Regaller moving down to the offensive end now for Carroll High. Tigers will get the throw in from Peterson. He'll lob it in. It's going to be kind of punched back to him. His kick going to be off of a Knight right back to him again. And now he'll kick it off a Knight out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball. They'll throw it in again. And the ball going to be headed by Ryle and then knocked out of bounds. And it'll be a corner kick for the Tigers. Quentin Polking will corner kick it. 6 minutes to go here in the game. Kuemper up 1-0. Shot going to be in there. That's almost into the goal as it ricocheted off of a Knight.
Yeah, ricocheted off.
Yeah, and it went right past the goal. So that one would have gotten by Kaspabauer because it was not where he was at on the goal. But a break for the Kuemper Knights. And now Carroll again with control. Jamison Polking takes a shot on goal. It's booted in there. Another shot on goal. That one going to go over the top of the net by Quentin Polking. Had to go out of bounds, and Kuemper again will get a kick it deep. Down to 5:20 to go here in the game. As checking back in is Kyle Schulte. Wernemount will check out for the Knights. He'll hustle over to the side. Kaspabauer again will set it down. Fitzsimmons will have the opportunity to kick it as deep as he can if he wants. Polking running right along with Canny out here. They're looking for Canny. They'll find him over here, but Polking, Jamison takes it away. Now Quentin heads it. Landon Peterson with it on the left side. He'll try to dump it into the middle. It's headed out by Kuemper, but Villanueva trying to control it for the Tigers. His shot goes off of Charlie Mayhall. Or excuse me, Fletch Baiting. Tigers come back control with it. Landon Peterson, nice hesitation move. It's now knocked away by Schulte. And Kuemper will get back control of it as Canny will bring it up. 4:20 left in this one. 1-0 Kuemper with the lead. Landon Peterson trying to put some pressure on, and does on Canny. Forces it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Carroll. Quentin Polking will throw it in, but right there is Fletch Baiting to come and knock that one out of bounds, and now Kieran Polking going to inbound it. The throw-in going to be played by Schulte, but backwards. And now it'll come back to him. Now he'll kick it as deep as he can, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Coach McGill with a nice scoop.
It tried to.
Yeah. Well, he did what he wanted to do. He kind of knocked
stopped
it
in
back
that.
towards the field of play. Yep. Quentin Polking will kick it over to the left to Schleichman. That's going to be a foot race, and it'll be Kuemper that wins that. That was Charlie Mayhall that tracked that one down, and then Schleichman gets control to kick it out of bounds. Down to 3.5 left in this one. Still a 1-0 lead right now for the Kuemper Knights. Again, Carroll trying to work it up, but Ryle slides in there, forces the Tigers to kick it out. It'll be Knight ball. They'll throw it in. 3:10 left in this one. 1-0 Kuemper with the lead. Throw in. And that's going to go off of Carroll and out of bounds. So now the Knights are going to have it. Is it going to be a corner kick? I think
it is going to be a corner kick.
So they'll kick it in from the corner. And there's the kick up into the air. Headed by Kuemper, but taken out of there by Carroll High. Carroll High kicks it ahead. Peterson will come up with it. He'll work it down the field. And now coming up to take it away from him is going to be Charlie Baiting. They'll get it over to Fletch. Fletch with it, trying to work against Jamison Polking, and now it'll be kicked out of bounds. And it's going to be, they're going to say Kuemper ball. Gary McGill, the head coach for Carroll, trying to get that one for the Tigers. But Tommy Fitzsimmons going to throw it in. The throw going to be deep, played that time by Kieran Polking off the head. Fitzsimmons with the kick towards the goal, ends up going sideways off of his foot. It's going to roll out of bounds over on the right side. The Tigers will have to throw it in. Minute 45 left in this one. Headed out of bounds again by Kuemper, and this is where the ball boys have got to be fast. Ball up into the air again, and Kuemper heads it. Headed back by Carroll, and now kicked deep by Kuemper. Jamison Polking will track it down. 1.5 minutes remaining. Tigers work it ahead. They get it to Villanueva. He'll dump it down. Kuemper again just trying to clear it out right now. Canny gets it off his chest. That's going to go backwards, but he's going to go over Jamison Polking. And the Tigers will get a free kick. So Jamison Polking, he's got the leg to get this one down near the net. We'll see what the Tigers look to do here. We're down to 1:03 minutes to go. Coach Jansen hollering out some instructions.
There's they send everybody down.
Yep. And
it's ricocheted.
Kaspabauer, who then catches it. It bounced off of Kaspabauer's hands, but Michael able to go up and grab it. The athlete as he is, he was able to grab it, and we're under 1 minute to go, and Kuemper is going to get to kick this one away.
Carroll's got to steal the ball.
There's the kick. It's going to go. The Tigers will get it with Jamison Polking. And now it's knocked away by the Knights. Canny's going to kick it ahead. The Knights just boot it down to the corner. And it's going to be a foot race. Tanner Heidoff going to pick it up. We've got 20 seconds left in this one. Heidoff will kick it down on the ground. Gets it off to Kieran Polking. Kieran works it down the left side. And now they're going to dump one in, and it's going to be caught by Kaspabauer, and that's probably going to do it, as the Knights will have, they do kick it. Kaspabauer kicks it high into the air, but the clock going to expire, and the Kuemper Knights are going to pick up the 1-0 victory here tonight as they score with 10:32 remaining in the game. We'll step away, take a break. We'll come back. Post-game coming up for you next right here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
For almost 150 years, Roselle Mutual has been insuring homes, farms, and so much more in Carroll and the surrounding communities. We offer outstanding coverage whether you need it for your shiny new car, your next ATV ride in the trails, or boating day on the water, or you're looking to put better protection on your family home and farm. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with expertise, exceptional service, and quality insurance for all of your needs. For commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance, give us a call today at 792-4525. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
Trees Company.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Drees Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Drees Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
The perfect outfits await at a Fun Top in Jeans. Since 2019, a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll has been your stop for everything from tops and jeans to shorts, dresses, sweaters, even purses and jewelry. And of course, a Fun Top in Jeans is Carroll's Merle Norman cosmetics retailer. Plus, with new styles of tops, sweaters, and more arriving daily, now is the perfect time to stop by a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll. A Fun Top in Jeans, where the name says it all.
We welcome you to the post-game here on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. Hard-fought matchup here tonight between the Carroll Tigers and the Kuemper Knights. It was Kuemper picking up a 1-0 victory here tonight. And again, we do apologize, did not get a chance on that ricocheted ball up into the air to see it was either Tommy Fitzsimmons or Fletch Baiting that scored the goal at the 10:32 mark that gave Kuemper the 1-0 lead and what ended up being a 1-0 victory here tonight. I thought in the second half, Carroll came out and actually took the elite, not the lead, but kind of was the more aggressive team. I thought they were the team getting the more shots on goal. I thought they were the team that was looking sharper, but I thought that changed at about the 18-19 minute mark of the second half. You could see Kuemper beginning to get a few more shots on goal here in the second half at that point, and that's what led them to be able to get that goal here tonight. And like Casey said in the broadcast, and right now he's down talking to the coaches to see who each one of the teams want to send up here, because both teams are supposed to send a player up to chat with me for post-game here tonight. But and it might take a minute or so for somebody to get up here to chat with us. So hopefully we'll get that opportunity to talk to a player from both of the teams here tonight. So I thought a really good effort out of both of the teams. Casey said it in the broadcast that, it's going to come down to maybe that one kind of mistake and stuff. And I don't know if you'd call it a mistake or not, but it was just a nice play by Kuemper, to be able to have a couple of guys down there on that shot and get that shot to go in. And Carson Canny, and it looks like maybe Fletch Baiting are both making their way up this direction. So I think we'll end up probably talking with two of the Kuemper guys. Hopefully we'll get somebody from Carroll High coming up as well. But terrific matchup here tonight, and a defensive matchup. And like I said, we've got a couple of Kuemper guys making their way up here. We'll get their thoughts on this here first, and we're going to get Carson Canny in here first, and we'll get Carson on the headsets with us. And Carson, congratulations. I'm going to have you take this one ear off here. There's a little bit of a delay, and it messes with you a little bit less if you have that one ear off. Hard-fought defensive game.
Oh, yeah.
We thought this could be a physical matchup. You guys know each other well. It's scoreless up until, just under the 11-minute mark at 10:32. Take me through that play where you guys scored and ended up getting what was the game winner.
Well, we knew it was going to be chippy. Everyone was it was body on body all night.
Yep.
And, he tried to save it over there, and I saw an advantage, and then kind of took it down. Took a little bad shot, ricochet. Fletch was right there where he was supposed to be, and that was beautiful. Right over his head, chipped it.
So what were you thinking? You knew you had guys. Was that kind of the thought there? Is if I get something in front of the goal, can one of my guys maybe tap it in?
Yeah, because we work on just getting back, like helping rebound off of shots, and I try to shoot it. He made a nice play, but Fletch was there. It was nice.
Talk about what you guys tried to do offensively. How did Carroll work against that, and how were you guys trying to adjust to be able to get some shots?
I know they got athletes on the back, so we couldn't really beat them with a lot of speed tonight, which is what we usually like to do. But we hit some nice through balls towards the end there. We knew that we could kind of split them up the middle, and had some chances, but Fletch took care of it.
What's this win mean for this team?
It means a hell of a lot. We had a bad game last week, Thursday night, and this is kind of just a momentum booster. Going into Glenwood, they're pretty good, so I don't know, but it'll be fun.
Well, I tell you what, congrats on the win tonight. Appreciate you coming up. Let's get Fletch Baiting, and then we've got Tanner Heidoff for Carroll waiting out here as well, as we'll slide the guys around here in the press box. But Fletch, you heard Carson kind of explain that goal. How did you see it from your end, and what were you thinking when that ball came out in front of you?
I really thought it was just all Carson. He dribbled it up all the way and then just put a really good shot on goal, and then I just managed to tap it in.
Tanner did a great job tonight in goal for Carroll. As you saw that ball come loose, what did you think you needed to do to get it by a guy that had been really pretty dominant most of the night?
I don't know. I just needed to barely put it over him. I was just really lucky that he was on the ground and couldn't do much about it.
Talk about how you guys were able to move the ball. It was a physical game tonight. It looked like both defenses, a lot of times when they got the opportunity, were just kicking it as deep as they could. So that kind of took away opportunities for you guys. How did you adjust to that?
We just really needed to keep the ball, and I think we started to do that at the end of the half. I think we really played good balls to each other and didn't try to just kick it every single time.
One thing that I wondered tonight is it looked like at about the 18-19-minute mark of that second half, it's still scoreless. I think both teams realized at that point that one goal could end up doing this. You saw the intensity, which was sharp all night long, increase a little bit. How did that impact you guys, and how much do you think that helped you guys?
It obviously just kept getting physical, and we just kept, dealing with it. So I think it stayed the same, but we just amped up the intensity the last 10 or so minutes.
What'd you see from your defense tonight?
I saw a lot of really good clears from Creighton Halber. I think he really held the defense together tonight. It was really good out of him.
Well, I tell you what, congratulations on the game-winning goal tonight. Appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff.
You bet. Fletch Baiting again. We're going to get Tanner Heidoff with the Carroll Tigers, and he'll slide into the post game. But Tanner, I'm going to have you keep this one ear off. There's a little bit of a delay that kind of messes with you a little bit. But for you, I know you didn't want to give up that one there late. I hate to ask you, but how did that play kind of play out for you? Because you had made a great save on a pretty tough shot.
Just a deflection off me, and then I saw Fletch coming up unmarked, so I kind of had to make a decision where he's going to put the ball. And normally on the left side of the goal, he's going to try to – I'm on the left, he's going to try to go to the right. side of it. So I kind of just anticipated that a little bit, but he put it right in the middle, and I got my fingertips on it, but that's not enough to get the ball out of the goal. So it was good for Fletch to be there. It's a way to follow the ball.
I thought your defense in front of you tonight was really aggressive. Their speed and their physicality helped, but Kuemper's got speed as well. You had to make some diving stops tonight. How did you adjust to what they were trying to do against you, and what kind of shots were they getting against you with the way your defense was playing in front of you?
I just kind of adjusted to they have speed, and when you play a big through ball, it's kind of a race to get to the ball, and so you got to have a nice touch on it, which they did, and they kind of passed our defense, and then you just got to kind of anticipate where this one-on-one's going to go, and they tried to go in the corners a little bit, and I got there, luckily, but they had some good shots tonight, and they really played a good game. It was just we got to be willing to stick with the people and not let them burn us and not stab and stuff like that, so just got to adapt to all that.
What did you see from your end on how you guys were trying to attack when you had the ball? You guys had a lot of opportunities tonight, just couldn't get anything to squeeze through.
Yeah, no, that was like the most we've had, like attacking, other than the game against Logan Magnolia. But I just saw a lot of clumping together, and I always tell them, like, we got to space out a little bit. You're not going to get shots through if we're all just together. Because deflections like Fletch, he was not next to Canny. He was right there to make it. So I think we had a lot of good shots and just some bad luck. They had great defense, and they stepped in front of the ball when they needed to. They didn't stab, and their side tackles were excellent. So, I mean, we just got to space out and find the goal.
I tell you what, I was saying tonight throughout the game, you and Jamison Polking, to me, were kind of the two top guys for Carroll. Talk about what you saw from Jamison on the defensive end.
J-Mo played his heart out tonight. I know this game meant a lot to all the Polkings, and J-Mo really played a good game, and he kept the intensity up the whole time. He really put his heart out there. This one sucks for J-Mo. It sucks for everyone, but especially I know J-Mo really wanted this win, and you could tell by that. And, J-Mo really stepped up tonight.
What do you guys got to take away from this one? Close loss. How can you use that to pick up a win the next time out?
I think that we just got to really focus on our offense. I feel like we got to focus on our shape, stay wide, not clump together. It shows, like, what happens when you clump together. You're not going to get a ball through. And when you got a bunch of defenders, you just got to spread out. So I feel like we're just going to watch a little film tomorrow in the morning or something, play Boone, and really capitalize on our mistakes.
I tell you what, great effort tonight. Appreciate
Thank you,
coming
Jeff.
up. You bet. Tanner Heidoff joining us here. We appreciate him coming up. We'll get Casey Miners back on the headsets here and get some final thoughts from him. And Casey, what a ball game here tonight. We knew this was going to be a defensive and a great game, and it was. You hate to see either team come out of here with a loss on this one tonight.
You do, and it was, like you mentioned, it was a great game. Fletch, I thought, was in great position on that goal for the bounce back, and you heard Tanner say that he had to kind of pick and choose where he was going, and he got fingertips on it, unable to do so. But for Carroll, this is you did a lot of things right tonight, so you have a lot to build on going into Boone. And then for Kuemper, obviously you did a lot of things right tonight too, coming out with the win to build on going into your next game against Glenwood.
Well, I tell you what, appreciate you joining me for a doubleheader of soccer. Are you still up for Thursday night?
Yeah, if we can get somebody to come up here and do it with me.
Folks, I'm out of town Thursday night, so if somebody's a soccer expert, they can come help my man Casey Miners. But we'll look to try and do that ESAC and Carroll High doubleheader of soccer coming up for you on Thursday night as well. So again, for Casey Miners, my broadcast partner here tonight, this is Jeff Blankman saying thank you for listening to soccer coverage tonight. Kuemper wins both ends of the doubleheader. They win the girls game 7-0 tonight. They win the boys game by a final of 1-0. Thanks for listening.